The Egyptian Sphinx has long been an enigmatic symbol of the ancient world, with its imposing form and mysterious countenance captivating the imaginations of people for centuries. But what if the secrets held within this ancient monument were far more significant than anyone had imagined? What if the biggest and darkest secrets from the Egyptian Sphinx could completely rewrite the history books as we know them? From hidden chambers and mysterious inscriptions to theories about its true age and purpose, the secrets of the Sphinx are waiting to be uncovered. Join us as we delve into the depths of history and explore the incredible revelations that could change everything we thought we knew about one of the world's most iconic landmarks. Uncovering the secrets of the Sphinx. Do you think you know everything there is to know about the Sphinx of Egypt? Think again. This world-renowned ancient sculpture is shrouded in mystery and has far more secrets than most people realize. One intriguing theory that has been floating around for years is the possibility of a secret door or tunnel hidden beneath the Sphinx, leading to mysterious underground chambers, notably the Hall of Records, said to contain information about events not reported in any historical accounts known to the present-day man. This idea may seem far-fetched, but historian Matt Simpson is convinced that such tunnels exist, connecting the Sphinx to the nearby pyramids of Giza. According to Simpson, the discovery of the secret doorway was made by a French archaeological team in 1837 and witnessed by the renowned Egyptologist Colonel Howard Weiss. However, both the team and Weiss were sworn to secrecy about their findings, leaving many questions unanswered. Simpson's theory gained more credibility in 2019 when secret tunnels were discovered beneath the Giza Plateau, further suggesting that the Sphinx may have had a greater purpose than just a mere statue. The question remains, why keep such a significant discovery a secret? It's a mystery that still baffles experts to this day. So just how much more is there to uncover about the Sphinx? The Sphinx of Egypt is an awe-inspiring statue, but did you know that it was carved from a single piece of rock? It's hard to believe that such a colossal monument was made from a single piece of limestone. With the help of hundreds of workers chipping away at the rock, the Sphinx took shape, measuring 240 feet in length and 66 feet in height. However, over time, the Sphinx has undergone repairs and restoration, which involved the use of limestone blocks, altering its original shape slightly. Imagine the sheer magnitude of creating such a sculpture using basic hand tools, which is exactly what the ancient Egyptians did. Surprisingly, the name of the designer behind this incredible feat remains unknown, unlike other structures in Egypt. The Sphinx's lack of inscriptions identifying its creators has led some to speculate that it was the work of extraterrestrial beings. The Enigma of the Sphinx, uncovering the mysteries of an ancient monument. While conventional archaeological and historical theories suggest that the Sphinx's face depicts the Pharaoh Khafra, others disagree. Some argue that it was meant to be a representation of the star sign Leo in the form of a lion. However, lions held no special significance in ancient Egyptian culture, whereas dogs were highly regarded, thanks to Anubis, the dog-faced god. Looking at the Sphinx's shape, with its flat back and leg position, one can't help but see a resemblance to a dog. Furthermore, Anubis was the guardian of the necropolis, and if the Giza Plateau is indeed a necropolis, it would make sense to have a giant Anubis statue overlooking it. Could the Sphinx's face have been modified since its creation to resemble Anubis? It's a possibility worth considering. Despite its colossal size and impressive presence, there's surprisingly little we know for certain about its origins. The most widely accepted theory is that it was built during the reign of King Khafra, sometime between 2558 and 2532 BCE. But without any concrete evidence, this theory remains just that, a theory. We can't even say for sure who built it, why they built it, or what its original purpose was. It's as though the Sphinx has been keeping its secrets locked away for thousands of years. Adding to the intrigue is the fact that the Sphinx doesn't even have a definitive name. We know it was called Hora Maket during the New Kingdom era, but that's not believed to have been its original name. In fact, the Sphinx wasn't referred to as such until around 2,000 years ago. It's as though the Sphinx has been deliberately obscured from history, its true identity shrouded in mystery. And then there's the matter of the Sphinx's missing nose. The popular story is that it was destroyed by Napoleon's armies during a battle near Giza in 1798. But when you consider the lack of direct evidence for this theory, it begins to seem less and less likely. In fact, Some experts believe that the nose was deliberately removed by someone with a more personal vendetta against the Sphinx. Who would do such a thing? And why? It's just another layer of mystery to add to an already enigmatic sculpture. The Sphinx's history is shrouded in mystery, and one of the strangest aspects of this ancient marvel is the fact that it was buried under Egyptian sands for centuries. In fact, it was completely invisible to the naked eye in the 18th century, which casts serious doubt on the theory that Napoleon's army broke its nose during the French invasion of Egypt in 1798. It was only when the sands shifted and the top of its head was exposed that anyone knew the Sphinx was there at all. It took until the 1930s for the French engineer Émile Barre to excavate the monument, a project that took him a decade. Notable figures like the Italian explorer Giovanni Caviglia and the French archaeologist Auguste Mariette had tried in vain to uncover the Sphinx in the 150 years before Barre's successful excavation, but they were defeated by the enormity of the task. It's hard to imagine that such a colossal statue could have been buried so deeply by accident. It's like suggesting that sand might one day rise up and swallow the pyramids. It's clear that the Sphinx was deliberately buried, but the reason behind it and the identity of those responsible remain unknown. The Sphinx's missing nose. The Sphinx's missing nose has been a mystery for centuries, and there are several theories about what happened to it. One account by the Arabian historian Alma Omakrisi suggests that the nose has been missing since at least the 15th century, and may have been destroyed by a Fatimid sheikh named Muhammad Saim Eldar. However, there's no conclusive evidence to support this theory. Another more controversial theory is that Europeans intentionally broke the nose of the Sphinx upon their arrival in Egypt to conceal its original African appearance and prove that ancient Egyptians weren't black. However, this idea remains highly disputed. There's also the possibility that the nose was eroded away by water. However, recent evidence suggests the Sphinx is far older than previously believed. Geologist Robert Schoch analyzed the erosion and concluded that it could only have been caused by regular rainfall over thousands of years. Yet, there hasn't been constant rainfall in the area for over 7,000 years, leading Schoch to suggest that the Sphinx is actually around 12,000 years old. If true, this would shake up our understanding of Egyptian history and its origins. It's worth noting that not all experts in the field agree with Robert Schoch's hypothesis. Some consider him a controversial figure whose ideas are outside the scientific mainstream. However, the undeniable presence of water erosion on the Sphinx raises some intriguing questions that conventional theories have yet to address. The Sphinx's missing head. The Great Sphinx of Giza has been a subject of fascination for historians and archaeologists for centuries. One of the biggest mysteries surrounding the monument is whether it's missing parts of its head beyond just the nose. There is evidence to suggest that the Sphinx once had a full forehead profile, upper skull, and even a chin beard, but natural wear and tear cannot explain some of the damage to its face. It's possible that someone purposely altered the sculpture's face, perhaps more than once. Adding to the enigma, the Sphinx's head is far too small for its massive body, which contradicts the ancient Egyptians' obsession with proportion in their artwork. There are two possible explanations. Either the head is a replacement, which supports the Anubis theory, or it has been modified and chiseled down to the point where little of the original sculpture remains. Interestingly, a confirmed fact is that the Sphinx had a beard, and a significant portion of it is currently housed at the British Museum, among other Egyptian relics. Official records state that the broken beard was found in pieces between the front paws of the Sphinx during the 19th century. However, this account has been disputed, given that the front paws were buried under sand until the 1930s. Perhaps Giovanni Caviglia managed to dig down to the paws before giving up on excavating the rest of the monument. Regardless of these mysteries, there are efforts underway to piece the Sphinx's beard back together and reattach it to the monument's chin, with a campaign currently underway in Egypt. The mysterious case of the Sphinx's closed eyes. In 2022, a photo surfaced online showing the iconic statue with its eyes shut. This was bizarre because the Sphinx has been observed with its eyes open ever since it was excavated in the 1930s. The image went viral, sparking rumors of an impending apocalypse and prompting many to wonder if there was something supernatural going on. However, before we start panicking, there are a few things to consider. First, it's possible that the photographs showing the Sphinx with closed eyes are an optical illusion caused by the angle that they were taken from. Second, and more likely, the images have been photoshopped. While some might argue that the existence of multiple photos from different angles proves otherwise, we can assure you that the vast majority of photos and eyewitness accounts show that the Sphinx's eyes are indeed wide open. Unraveling the mystery of the Sphinx. Questions that remain unanswered. As we come to the end of our exploration of the Sphinx, one thing is clear. It's a mystery that may never be fully solved. While we know for certain that the Sphinx had a beard, there are still many questions that remain unanswered. Perhaps the most perplexing is its age. While we know that it's older than the pyramids it watches over, we can't be sure exactly how old it is. The erosion of its limestone suggests an age far beyond what we previously thought, leading some to speculate that it may have been built by a civilization predating the ancient Egyptians. But the mystery doesn't end there. We're left wondering about its purpose. If it was meant to be a representation of Khafra, why did none of his successors build a similar monument? Was it originally intended to be an enormous sculpture of Anubis? What happened to the original head, and why were there no written records of its creation? These are all questions that continue to intrigue us and make us ponder about the culture that existed before the ancient Egyptians. In the end, the Sphinx remains a magnificent and enigmatic monument to the past, one that will continue to fascinate and inspire us for generations to come. As we stand in awe of this great Sphinx, we can't help but wonder about the mysteries that lie beneath its surface and the secrets that it still holds. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Remember to subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and share the video.